Buzz's Retirement Garage, The Ramblings of a Retired Lunatic, Episode 12. For those of you who are new subscribers, I do this occasionally, and basically it's just a collection of thoughts, not one particular subject. And I titled it that because it's a random subject material that I think about as I'm mowing the lawn or taking my walks or whatever I'm doing in retirement. You know, you do get to do a lot of thinking in retirement. You do get to, process a lot of things that normally you didn't have to before, or you couldn't before because your mind was filled up with work things or go do this, go do that. And now you have, in retirement, you're going to have a little bit more time to reflect and think about things and process things more completely than you did when you were working. At least that's my opinion. Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know. So today, we talked about in one of my videos that I'm getting into 1 year now, my 1 year anniversary, and I bought pizza for the old shop. Now the old shop used to have about 40 people, 45 people, and they're down to about 17, 18 employees now. And that's the reason why I left back in September of last year, 2023. And why I ultimately retired was because I've talked about it in my other videos, they lost a big automotive program. No fault of their own. It was the Toyota Tacoma frame, which changed after about 20 years. So they ran that project for 20 years. There were some additions and subtractions to it, but it was a huge sales part of their business. So once they lost that, I knew that there'd be layoffs and they wouldn't be able to afford me. But it's been a year now, and I didn't go. I just felt kind of odd about going. Plus, I had some other stuff to do, but I wanted to get them, some pizza, and one of the guys that retired, he stopped in there and sent me some pictures and did some little interviews and stuff. So that was kind of neat, just to see the people again. And of course, I got a lot of texts from them, and which was great. That was super. So yesterday, that was a good day too, because I don't know if you saw, but Steve's Retirement Corner, he had a live yesterday. It's the first one I've ever seen. That was kind of nice that he was on there live. Just being able to talk to some of these people. And I wish you could do it voice and voice, but you can type in questions and that, as you guys all know. And that was kind of nice. And then Dwayne at Retire Early 500K, I guess he... if you haven't checked him out, he got to do an interview with a reporter out of Houston, I believe. Houston, Texas, I believe. And he did a great job. I don't think I would have been more nervous just thinking about it than he was in actually doing it. He did a super, super job talking with the reporter about his channel and about retirement and how he handles things. So that was two interesting things yesterday, and I got to thinking about another guy, and I mentioned this on my live on Saturday night. Saturday nights at 7 we do a live, trying to get into a habit of like a sitcom, doing it every Saturday at 7. Hopefully the sitcom doesn't get canceled, but what was really interesting was one of these guys, and he's a subscriber to the channel, longtime subscriber, and he mentioned, and I thought about bringing this up as a separate topic, but no matter how I could get my arms around it, I couldn't. I couldn't just come up with the answer. So instead of leaving everybody hanging, I just thought I would bring it up in my ramblings. But how much money do you need to retire, right? And that is the biggest open-ended question I think that there is, that's out there right now. I mean, it's amazing how people look at what they think they need. And I mean, it just runs the gambit from way over here to way over here, right? And one of these guys that I was referring to, he was telling me that he's going to work until 70. And his FRA, he was going to get like $3,500, and then he's going to work till 70, and he's going to pick up another $11,000 a year, I believe it was, if I did the math right without taking my shoes off. So he was going to pick up another $11,000 a year, so he was going to work until 70. And then he had it figured out that he would, with his pensions and his Social Security, his pensions, and his wife's spousal benefit, that he was going to pick up probably 15 grand a month by waiting till 70. And I was thinking 15 grand a month, that equates to $180,000 a year in income. And I don't know where he lives, if he's in Hawaii or LA, or if he's in New York, or you know, an expensive area. I don't know. But $180,000 a year in income just seemed like on the higher end. And I even said something to him, just a quick comment was, you know, that's a lot of money for retirement. And he said, well, he's got 10 years to go before he gets to 70, so assuming he's 60, and he doesn't know what it's going to look like a decade from now, which, that's right, we don't know what it's going to look like a decade from now. So I just thought it was interesting where I'm doing the experiment on Social Security only with some savings, and he's planning on $180,000 a year in income. And I just thought, you know, what a wide variety. What a wide variety. And of course it does, as everyone has said, it does depend on where you live and your lifestyle. And, you know, it's just interesting to think how people look at it. And some, I think they overthink it and try to think that they have to have so much, and then they find out, gee, I didn't need that much to get by. So, you know, as most channels do, most channels will suggest that you try to live on whatever income you're going to get at, say, 62 or 65 or 67 or 70, and look at the differences, but look at your expenses. So if your expenses, if you can make an income that's X amount over your expenses, and that's the key, what is that X, right? What is that X amount that you need over your expenses? Emergency fund, all that for the home, because if you're living in a home, you're going to eventually have expenses relating to, you know, as they say, the new roof, the HVAC system, the refrigerator, and none of this stuff is cheap anymore. You know, most of the new roofs that they're putting up, you know, you're depending again on the size of your house, the area you're in, but you know, you're looking at 15 to 25 grand, and that's a big chunk. Or if you need another automobile, even for me, my car's 5 years old. I'm thinking I can get another 2 to 3 years out of it, but what if I don't? You know, a used vehicle still is going to cost me, a decent used vehicle, I would assume, is still going to cost me anywhere between, you know, $14,000 and $21,000 for something decent. So there's a lot of questions out there, and that's why I didn't do a separate video on that. But I just got to be thinking, you know, $180,000 a year in income, and working till 70 to get to that number. I'm just not sure I'm buying into that. But everybody has their way. Everybody has their opinion. And no, you know, one shoe doesn't fit all. So it's interesting how it comes out. And again, I have no answer for it, because everybody definitely has a different way of living. So anyway, I'm going to head to Sam's Club. It's been a good day so far. It's been an excellent week, actually. And I hope to talk to you guys. I'll see you Saturday, I should say, on my live at 7 and Eastern time. And again, we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Buzz's Retirement Garage.